Hey everybody, what we're going to do today is you are going to do your composing mid-year check using the Chromebooks. We're just going to see what you are able to compose, what means create and write, in this case type, a piece of your choosing. Now that you're on Google Chromebooks, what you're going to do, or if you are even on a laptop or in the computer lab, this will still hold true. You will need to log into your Google Mail account. Now to do that, you'll have to go to the Cassia website if you're in the computer lab or on a laptop and you're not on a Chromebook. You'll need to go to the Cassia website and then you'll need to, whoops, Ms. Dabelski went the wrong way, didn't she? You'll need to click on Students and you click on your student email. And of course, mine came up as my home email, but yours will come up as a student email. All right, so let's go back to where you get to your documents. Okay, most of you know how to get to your docs, and if you haven't learned how to do that yet, we will help you, or pause the video and ask for help. But most of you know that you can create your own documents, and what's really nice is you can click on this button that says shared with me. And what that means that anything that we've shared, or a teacher or another person has shared with you, that means that like they're borrowing you an exact copy of something they created. So what I want you to click on is I want you to click on Composing Mid-Year Check Chromebook, because this particular assessment you're going to do on the Chromebooks. So I'm going to have you click it on. And this one, it's because Ms. Dabelski is doing this video at home, sitting in her bed, trying to get ready to go to bed, but she wants to make this video for you. So you won't see that. Yours will come up just like this. So don't worry about that. It's just I'm making it at home. So after you clicked on that, so if you remember, I went from here, shared with me, I clicked on Composing Mid-Year Check Chromebook. So now I get to this document here, okay? Now, here's the trick I want you to do. This is different. Because I shared this with everybody, I want to make sure that you keep your own copy. That way, everybody's separated and not everyone is going to be typing on the same document. What I want you to do is you are going to do the following, so listen carefully. Okay, I'm going to do this a couple times, so really watch what I'm doing. I'm going to do File, Make a Copy. Okay, and look at what pops up. I have to rename it, so watch what I'm going to do. I did this. I went with Shared with Me, Composing Mid-Year Check Chromebook, and this is what pops up. And what I want to do is I want to do File, Make a Copy. Now say my name is Aaron Rogers. Okay, I can delete this, and what I can do is I want to keep the rest of the words there. Aaron Rogers. Okay, and I'm just going to say okay. I'm not going to check that box. So now what happens is I have created this document into my own file. This is my own copy. I can now really get rid of that one. Okay, now when I go back to my drive, you can see on Miss N's that I actually have, this is my copy because I'll be sharing it and printing it off for Miss Dabelski. So let's try this again. So now it says Aaron Rogers Composing Mid-Year Check Chromebook. Watch what I did. I did File, Make a Copy. Then what I did was I went I hit Home, and I deleted the beginning of this. And if my name was, let's do Ella Brigham, I would type Ella's name on there, and then I would hit OK. I've already made a copy. Okay. Now, what I'm going to have you do is this. What you're going to do is you're going to read the directions. It says, please type your name and date into the boxes below. All right, so I'm going to do that first. My name is Aaron Rogers. Now I'm going to hit the date, and I'm going to pretend it is 1-15-15. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I need to think about, then come up with 4 ideas that you know a lot about and that you can write about. like say sports, hobbies, animals, family, TV shows, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with 4 ideas. All right. Okay, as you can see, Miss N or Aaron Rodgers came up with 4 activities that I know a lot about. So I'm going to pick 4 things that I absolutely know I can write a lot about, or in this case, type about. I know a lot about ice cream. I know a lot about golf. I know a lot about being in 4-H, and I know a lot about snowmobiling. Now, I have to decide out of those 4 ideas, okay, what am I going to write about? Okay, now, what I'm going to do is this. I am going to decide which topic I'm going to write about. Well, maybe I'm going to decide I'm going to write about golf, okay, but I'm really typing. So I'm choosing out of those 4 ideas, I know a lot about golf. So now, when everybody has their ideas ready, we're going to go ahead and figure out a starting time together because that's going to be really important. Now remember, you do have the time down on your computer here, and you can actually put the time down if you're ready to start. All right. But what I'm going to do is everyone needs to be done with this, and you're only going to get a short amount of time. Okay. And what's going to happen here is this is where you're going to do your typing. Now, remember when you're composing a piece, you have to do it while you're typing, and you have to kind of think on your feet. So if I'm going to do a paragraph, I might start the most enjoyable, let's see if I can type tonight, game to play is golf. Okay, so that's my start. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep typing, and I'm just going to either tell a story about golf, or I'm going to explain why it's the most enjoyable golf, but I'm going to continue to type, and it doesn't matter if I get 1 sentence, 6 sentences, 10 sentences, whatever. And as long as I keep typing, it will go through to the end of the page. All right. When I am completely done with typing, I'm going to say time's up. And then I'm going to tell you at the very end, you're going to type total minutes. And then I'm going to have you type in how many minutes you were typing. All right. So after you get done typing, and say I made you type for 20 minutes, okay? And what's really cool when you're all done typing, okay, when you're all done typing, you can actually go to tools, and you can go to word count, and it tells you how many words, characters with spaces. It kind of gives us an idea about how many words you typed. Now, granted, this particular piece will include all the words that Miss N typed. Okay, so that's not necessarily how many words you did type. It includes all the words that are up there. We will do another piece where literally you only type on a blank piece of paper, and then we really see how many words you're able to do. But that's kind of neat. I always say it'll be a better example of how many words you're typing. Now, when you're done, I need you to do this. When you're all done typing your story about golf or your report or whatever you came up with, you're going to hit the share button. Okay? And you're going to start typing in Nabalski, N-I, and look at what comes up right away. Okay, did you see how I did that? Let's try it again. After you're all done typing, you're going to go to share, and you're going to go N-I, and you're going to click on this one, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to hit send. And then I get a copy of what you created. Okay? All right. I also would like you to try file, and I want you to try print. Now, I'm from home, so I don't have a lot of options to print. And we'll talk about what computer you can print that to. And this will be an example of your composing element of 4th grade. Remember, by 4th grade, we need to be able to compose really a page full of information within a sitting. That's about 30 minutes. So we're going to practice this. And remember, home row is huge. I know some of you don't like to force yourselves to type the way you're supposed to, but that's the best way. So anyway, here's to a job well done. And I can't wait to see what you write about and what you're able to create. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.